117. Zoren. The planet called Zoren in the galaxy called Zorens. This is a concert planet and they make instruments also. When I got here on the morning bus and there were just so many people here, it was hard to move. I come here to get some ads for the paper. I finally got to the bus station and there was a line so long that I just did not want to wait in line to just ask a question. Someone come up to me and said, "Do you have a place to stay, sir?" I said I am going to the Wisha Inn and I already have a room there. Thank you anyway. I headed to the inn. It was hard just going down the street. I finally got to the Wisha Inn. I went up to the desk and said, "I would like to have the key to my room, please." The guy behind the counter said, "What is your name, please?" I said, "My name is Jack Wisha." The guy looked surprised and passed me the key. He said, "It has been a long time since you have been here." I said, "This is the first time I have been here." How come there is so many people here anyway? Most of them come here for the concert last night and they are trying to leave. I can fix that. Can I use the phone? The guy just passed me the phone. I called the office and said, "This is Jack and I would like to have more buses here on Zoren." Within the next hour, they had a concert last night and now everyone is trying to go home. She said, "Okay, I will send what I can there." I said thank you and hung up. The guy behind the counter said, "Thank you. Well, if you need anything just let me know." I said, "I will. Oh, by the way, in the morning I would like to have all the employees here for a short lecture on how things are going to improve here." He looked at me kind of funny and said, "Okay, I will let everyone know." I got to my room and sat down at the table and called downstairs. Would there be any chance to get something to eat? He said, "Yes, there is a cook is here and what would you like?" "A chicken sandwich and fries." He said, "Okay, when it's done I will bring it up." I said thank you and hung up the phone. I got up and went over and turned the TV on and sat and watched TV until dinner was served. There was a knock on the door and I got up and yes, it was my dinner. "Is there any way I can get a phone book for this area?" He said, "Yes, I will bring a phone book back up to you," and I said thank you. It was not very long and he brought up a phone book and I started looking through it. There are a lot of places here that make instruments and sell them and they all have a concert hall where they play their instruments that they have made. For the looks, all the people that were leaving there doing really good. I think all they need now is a little bit advertising to sell their instruments in other places. I will call some anyway and see if they're interested in placing an ad. I made some calls and the ones that I did call was interested in placing ads. Now it is dinner time and I called down and said, "Chicken sandwich and fries again. I would like to have the home fries, the big square long ones." He said okay and it will be up as soon as we can. I said thanks and I hung up. I made some more calls and then my dinner showed up. I said, "Please give me a wake-up call at 8 a.m. She said okay and left. I sat and ate and watched TV for a while. Then later after watching TV I went to bed. I woke up to the phone ringing and I picked up the phone and said, "Good morning, how can I help you?" The voice said time to get up and then hung up. I got up and the first thing I did was to call down for some breakfast. But I went in to shower and got dressed and ready for the lecture. Breakfast showed up and I sat and watched the news. It is just about time to get out the lecture. I grabbed my tape recorder where the lecture on it and went downstairs. I got there and there wasn't that many people there. I think it was only for 5 and I said, "Is everybody here that works here?" Everyone just looked around and finally said, "Yes, we are all here." I said, "Who is the waitress or cook or the one that takes orders here?" A woman spoke up and says, "I am the one, it is the cook and I take the orders. Can you go get up and go around and see what everyone wants to drink and bring it to them?" She said, "Yes, I can," and then she walked over to someone else and said, "Can you help me?" He said yes, and they both the one and placed the order for drinks, and then they sat down. I said thank you for everyone coming here today. And now I will play the lecture for you because I go to every one of these and have to say the same thing over and over, and filing I just recorded, so all you have to do is sit here and listen. The recorded lecture. My name is Jack Wisha and I am the owner of the Wisha newspaper. I am glad to see everyone here today. We have a lot to go over, and maintaining as I would like to say a couple things, and there is a lot of things that need to be going over today. Now there will be some changes in the way things are done here. Now the first thing is we plan to set up is a bus tour from the Wisha Inn. We plan to buy a tour bus and hire to others. As you guess, one would be the bus driver and the other would be a tour guide. Now the second thing is we gotta set a first aid station, and we will use one of the downstairs room for this. Now the first aid station will always be open, and we will have a nurse on call 24 hours a day. So if anything does happen, we will have someone here all the time. Now the next thing is we're going to convert one of the 2-bedroom apartments to a newspaper office apartment. Then we will hire a newspaper reporter to live in this area to take care of all the news and ads. Now the next thing is we're going to set up with special weekly and monthly rental rates sold. This way we can maybe fill up some of the rooms and make a little extra money here. Now we also plan to ask all the employees if they want to live here and rent the room from, and the rates that all the employees will get, no matter if they worked full-time or part-time or even just one day a week. They will be on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is why we would like to have them live here, and whatever you get paid, 1/4 of that will be taken out for the room rent, and also with the room rent you will also get 1 free meal a day. And what part of the day or when you wouldn't want that free meal is up to you. You will get a punch card with 7 punches on a week, and it's up to you when you use them. You will get a new card every week of your paycheck. Ron Johnson is the Wisha Inn manager for all training of employees. Now when he shows up, this means that he is here to help you and have extended training programs for everyone, so they will understand their job a little better than what they do now. This is going to be a regular thing. Now if you hire a new employee and you just do not have the extra people to train them, please call us and we will send him out and he will train that person for you. Now the next thing is, if at any time someone is causing trouble that is working here, or a salesman is trying to boss everybody around, please call the office and let us know, and we will take care of it. We will transfer of them someplace else. This way the problem is solved, and we will send somebody else out to take their place. All will put in the paper to hire somebody. Now the Wisha newspaper computer has to be updated every day, and this will be the job of the manager. At the end of the manager's shift, all the information that has been done for the day has to be put in. Whether the manager does it or the manager has someone else do it, it has to be done. Now if you don't know how to do it and you need help, please let us know, and while Ron Johnson is here, he can help you do the paperwork and get used to our system.